very good morning to you out there. This is African Free Press Television, where we report Africa from a refreshing perspective. My name is Leah Oketa, and these are the stories we're tracking for you at this moment. President Muhammadu Buhari has reiterated Nigeria's support for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and its efforts to stop the spread of terror in the Middle East. President Buhari said this on Tuesday at a meeting with King Salman bin Abdulaziz in Riyadh. Speaking on global terror generally, President Buhari stressed the need for various nations to come together to tackle the menace. In his remarks, King Salman commended the progress made by Nigeria in combating terrorism and promised to give further support and assistance. He welcomed the support of the Nigerian government for the new anti-terrorism coalition and implored President Buhari to consider its full membership. King Salman also pledged his full support and cooperation to Nigeria under its present leadership and directed all agencies of his government to follow up on the discussions. And the PDP's Board of Trustees has switched lanes and expressed support for the newly appointed National Chairman, Senator Alimodu Sheriff. Similarly, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and Governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, addressed reporters on Tuesday after a closed-door meeting of some of the party's leaders. Governor Mimiko explained that the PDP remains united despite conflicting reports that emerged over the last 3 days. He insisted that Alimodu Sheriff remains the party's national chairman until a national convention is held within a few weeks. This is coming after former ministers of the PDP had in a meeting rejected Senator Alimodu Sheriff as the chairman of the Nigeria's frontline opposition party. The meeting is a sequel to a series of controversies that have trailed the emergence of the new PDP national chairman, who resumed office on Monday. And former Nigerian Minister of Interior Abba Moro and 4 others have been charged to court for their roles in the March 15, 2014 immigration recruitment exercise that killed no fewer than 20 job seekers across the country. After investigating the matter for 5 months, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has now slammed an 11-count charge bordering on obtaining by false pretense, procurement, fraud and money laundering on Mr. Moro. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry at the time, Anastasia Daniel Nwobia, a Deputy Director in the Ministry, F.O. Alayebami, one Mahmoud Ahmadu, who is still at large, and the contracting firm given the recruitment job, that is Drexel Tech Nigeria Limited. The defendants are accused of defrauding Nigerian applicants a sum of 676,675,000 naira. The applicants paid 1,000 naira each through an e-payment platform for their online recruitment exercise into the Nigerian Immigration Service. The accused are also alleged to have contravened the Public Procurement Act No. 65 of 2007 and the contract awards by not following the necessary procedure laid down by the government. And the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Desiani Alison Madueke, who is currently undergoing extensive cancer treatment in London, has strongly refuted claims that she gave $24 billion oil swap deals without contract. In a release issued to journalists in Abuja, Mrs. Alison Madueke rejected some newspaper and online reports which sensationally claimed that she granted an extension instead of approval for the renewal of contracts for the swap arrangement. She described the latest attack on her person as fabricated tissues of lies deviously concocted to sustain the escalating evil narratives against her person. And now on the foreign scene, a South African court has sentenced a Czech businessman to 25 years in jail for attempted murder and kidnapping. The charges against Radovan Krejci, seen as the kingpin of Johannesburg's criminal underworld, dates back to a drug deal in 2013. He was accused of ordering the kidnapping a man whose brother had disappeared with 25 kilograms of crystal meth. The man testified that Krejci poured boiling water over his head. And still on the foreign scene, presidential Republican candidate Donald Trump has easily won the U.S. state of Nevada, cementing his lead in the race for party nomination. The billionaire now has 3 consecutive wins after victories in New Hampshire and South Carolina. Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, who have been attacking each other this week, are vying for second place. Party officials say they were looking into reports of double voting and not enough ballots at one caucus site. Some volunteers also were clothing in support of Mr. Trump, but officials say this was not against the rules. And now in sports, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger says Barcelona are 95% through to the Champions League quarterfinals after the side lost 2-0 to the Spanish champions. The Frenchman blamed the team's finishing and naivety for the home loss in the first leg of the last 16 tie. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Oliver Giroud missed chances for the Gunners before Barcelona scored the opener. Arsenal will be eliminated at the last 16 stage for the 6th time in a row if they fail to overturn the deficit at the Nou Camp on 16th March. And meanwhile, in Turin, Juventus produced a remarkable second-half fight back against Bayern Munich to give themselves hope in going into the Champions League last 16 second leg. The Bundesliga leaders overwhelmed their Serie A counterparts in their first half and took the lead when Thomas Muller slotted in before Ian Robin called in the second. Juve pulled a goal back in the 63rd minute when Paulo Dybala struck home. Now the comeback was complete when Stefano Sturaro poked in from a close range. And these are the stories we're tracking for you coming from African Free Press Television this morning. For more, please do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press. Like our Facebook page at africanfreepress.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. My name is Leah Okada. Do have a lovely day.